Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for another video. It's that time I'm going to look at our Week 7 college football games. We're going to be predicting the outcome and looking at the teams, the games, where the favorite team needs to potentially be on upset alert for Week 7. I'm not saying these teams are going to lose. It's just there's a possibility they might drop it this week. We have so many really good games, some really competitive matchups, some close spreads. There's some ranked teams that might be going down this weekend. We're going to look at my top 7 games. First things first, though, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. If you have any comments, drop them below. Who do you think is going to win these matchups? Drop it in the comment section. Let us know your thoughts. I will respond to every comment. If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, check out the pinned comment down below. Click on that link. Sign up there, guys. Let's jump right into it. 7 games in total where we might get an upset this weekend. October 10th, this coming Friday, 7:30 p.m., ESPN2, number 24. Welcome back to the top 25, the South Carolina Bulls. 4-1, that only loss was to number 2 Miami. This team, they can run the ball. They're on the road here versus the 5-0 North Texas Mean Green. Running the air raid, they are putting up a boatload of points. They are just slinging it down everyone's throat right now, throwing the ball up and down. Pretty decent run game. Right now, North Texas, the fan vote, 53.4% chance to win. The Bulls with 46.6%. Practically a 50-50 split with the fans. North Texas is actually also the Vegas favorite. 1.5 run favorites, a 67.5 over-under. Vegas sees a complete shootout in this game. Right now, USF with Brown at the quarterback position, 10 passing touchdowns, 4 picks. He's thrown for 1,200. He's also ran for 303 rushing touchdowns. They're averaging 257.2 through the air, 188.8 on the ground, giving up 22.4 points a game. North Texas, they're averaging 44.8 points a game, a top 10 defense in the nation. Throwing for 256.6, running for 180.4. That's a good offense. They give up 20 points a game. The only concerning thing I see is they give up 180.4 on the ground. The Bulls love to run the ball. I think this game is going to go back and forth, but I think USF pulls out the upset victory on the road. They win it 37-34. And our next game is a massive one on ABC at 12 p.m. Number 8, the Alabama Crimson Tide. This team is rolling right now. This offense, this is a Kalen DeBoer offense. They are a deep vertical passing team. That's exactly what DeBoer wants to be. They are 4-1. They're on the road versus number 14, the Missouri Tigers, 5-0. Very easy SEC schedule. This team has won back-to-back 10-win seasons. They're on pace right now to get their third. Drinkwitz, very underappreciated coach. What he does with the talent on his roster, he gets the most out of his players. This is probably the biggest game he's ever had at Missouri at home, hosting Alabama. It's going to be a crazy atmosphere. Right now, the Tigers 36.6% chance to win this one. Bama 63.4%. Alabama, very close game here. 4.5-point favorites, 53.5 over-under. This Alabama team, Ty Simpson, since the Florida State game, a completely different quarterback. DeBoer, he got Grubbs back. Grubbs is his guy. That's the offense he wants to run, the deep vertical passing game. I want to see them run the ball this entire season. I've been saying, Bama down the stretch in the competitive SEC games, if they get to the playoffs versus those Big Ten teams, they're going to have to be able to line up second half of these games, control time of possession, run the ball downhill. They have not been able to do that this season. But with that passing game, hopefully that's going to open up some run game, open up the play action. Things will just go round and round there. Right now, Ty Simpson, 13 touchdowns, 1 pick, 1,500 yards. Jam Miller's back, almost 200 yards rushing. They have a great wide receiver core. Bernard, Ryan Williams, and on the other side, Missouri, do not underestimate this offense. You know Penn State, let's call it like it is. They wishes they probably had Perbula back. Right now, 1,200 yards, 9 touchdowns, 3 picks. Hardy leads the SEC in rushing, one of the best in the nation, 730 yards on the ground through 5 games, 9 rushing touchdowns, crazy numbers. Coleman has almost 400 yards receiving. Right now, Alabama 36.4 points a game, throwing for 325.4, very pass heavy, running for 126.8. I want to see that number get up to about 170 per game, but they're only giving up 16 points a game. Solid defense, Nick Saban caliber defense. The Tigers 45.2 points a game. They haven't played anybody yet. That's the big knock. But still, they're beating the crap out of teams, so give them credit. Throwing for 255.6, running for 292. They lead the SEC in rushing. No matter what, if they can successfully run the ball, that's going to control time of possession. That's going to open up the play action. They'll be able to dictate the pace of this game, and they're only giving up 14.6, only 62.4 on the ground. I think Missouri, they're going to come to play. They got shut out last season by Bama. They don't want that to happen again. I think this is one of those Bama games. It goes back and forth down to the fourth quarter. It's going to be one play that makes a difference. Bama wins it 30-27. This is where things get a little crazy. The Red River rivalry, one of the best rivalries in all of sports, in all of college football. 3:30 p.m. ABC. Number 6, the Oklahoma Sooners, 5-0 undefeated. This is Brent Venables' team. You know they're going to be physical. They want to own the line of scrimmage. They're going to have a great defense. Right now, a top 10 defense in the nation. Almost as good as the Buckeyes. Not as good, but it is very competitive. The offense, though, struggling to run the ball. The big question mark, is John Mateer going to play this game? As of right now, he is questionable. As of right now, he's not starting this game. But never say never. I would in no way be surprised if he suits up with him being out. When he left, he was the Heisman frontrunner. That's a massive piece. That's the MVP of this team being out. This actually gives the Longhorns a real shot here. They just got kicked out of the top 25. They were number 1 preseason. They're 3-2, booted out of the top 25. This is their chance to beat their main rival when they don't have their starting quarterback. Get back in the top 25. Sometimes you just got to take advantage of a team when they're missing a piece. Texas, 60.9% chance to win. Oklahoma, 39.1. The Longhorns, 3-point favorites, 42.5 over under. Oklahoma, 33.8 points a game, throwing for 278, running for 137.2. Outside of John Mateer, they are not consistently running the ball. He's a large portion of their offense. Very physical quarterback, but they're only giving up 7.2 points a game, only 118 through the air, 74.6 on the ground. That is an aggressive, very efficient defense. The Longhorns, Arch Manning, we've already covered that so much. It is what it is. So far, guys, he's not good. They're only averaging 29.6 points a game, throwing for 246.6, running for 172.6, giving up 12. They have a good defense, but it didn't show up versus Florida last week. Manning, the leading rusher with 160 yards. Where the heck is the Texas run game? He's the leading rusher through the first 5 games with 160 yards. That's not going to cut it. The offensive line, a lot of question marks. Arch Manning, even more question marks. Definitely has not lived up to the hype. We don't know if John Mateer is playing. That's what makes this so hard to call. You got Michael Hawkins Jr. If not, I'm just going to go out there on an edge no matter who starts. Might be Mateer, but because we're down the middle, give me the Sooners pulling off the Vegas upset. They win this one 23-17. The defense wins the game. ESPN 7 p.m. College Station, very difficult place to play. The 2-3 Florida Gators, they're doing what Florida Gators do. Billy Napier, he always drops down, has an awful first start to the season, and then the team rally around him. They love this guy. They will play for him when his job is on the line. His job is always on the line. This is getting into the second half of the season. This is actually usually when the Gators turn it on. They get hot. What happens if they go on a tear here and they end up winning 8 games still? Starting out 1-3, winning 8 games, that would be a crazy way to end the season, but nothing would be surprising. They're on the road here versus number 5, the Texas A&M Aggies, 5-0 undefeated. Mike Elko, disciplined, line of scrimmage team, but they are chucking the ball up and down the field, and they got the run game going. Right now, the Aggies, 73.9% chance to win. The Gators, a 26.1. Texas A&M, 8.5-point favorites, 45.5 over under. Right now, Florida, 23.4 points a game, throwing for 223.8, running for 132.2. Billy Napier, please, for the love of God, concentrate on the run game. It worked for you last week. You have refused to go to it this season. You got a good running back, ball 400 yards on the ground. Feed the man the ball. DJ Lagway, let him get that play action going. They're only giving up 17 points a game. This is a very good defense. The defense will give the Gators a shot here in any game, and on the road, you can always rely on your defense. The Aggies, 34.8 points a game, throwing for 271.4, running for 195.4, giving up 21. Reed at quarterback, 1,300 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, 3 picks. Moss, Reed, both running at Craver, one of the top wide receivers in the nation. Some people think he's top 3. Some people think he's the best. Almost 600 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns. 600 yards on 30 receptions. That is crazy. I think the Aggies at home, they have just enough offense and defense to hold off the Gators, but it is a defensive line of scrimmage game. Aggies win 24-16. Then at 7:30 p.m. on ABC, number 10, the Georgia Bulldogs, 4-1 versus the 3-2 Auburn Tigers. Hugh Freeze at home, he would love to pull off the upset somehow. He has a very good defense. They're going to keep this game close. His job is on the line potentially. He's on the hot seat. I'm not saying anything is going to happen to him, but he needs a very strong win, something to cement this season. Right now, Georgia, 64.5% chance to win. The Tigers are 35.5% chance. Bulldogs are 3.5-point favorites, a 46.5 over-under. Auburn's averaging 27.6 points a game, throwing for 173.2, running for 169. I got to see some more from Jackson Arnold, more than just running the ball. At some point, you have to be able to vertically push the ball down the field on these teams, but still solid defense. They've had a top 20 defense the last couple seasons. It's been the offense holding them back. That continues to be a problem this season. They're giving up 16.4 points a game. The defense will keep this game within reach. It's just for how long before they get wore out. Georgia, 34.6 points a game, throwing for 231.8, running for 206.8, giving up 18.4 points per game. Gunnar Stockton, 6 touchdowns, 1 picks, almost 1,100 yards. Bowens, Colby Young, give the ball to Branch. He's a playmaker. Put it to him in space. And on the other side, Cobb, Singleton Jr., talented wide receiver core. We just got to get him the ball. I think Auburn makes a game of it. They will be leading in the fourth quarter. For some reason, I feel that. But Georgia will have the ball last. They'll win it. They win 28-23. NBC, 7:30 p.m., number 15, the Michigan Wolverines, 4-1. How about Underwood? A true freshman slinging the ball all over the place. Michigan, Sharon Moore back. This is a ground and pound football team. They want to beat you at the line of scrimmage. They don't have the most talent at the skill positions, but they can run the ball. Haynes almost 700 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns. And then you got Bryce Underwood doing what he needs to do, playing consistent, good, accurate football, not pushing anything. They'll be on the road here versus the 4-1 USC Trojans coming off the bye week. Not their best last game, dropped that one, but USC, this is Lincoln Riley. He might be the best offensive mind in the sport. They're going to score points no matter who they play. Defense showed a lot of breaking points last week, playing good up to that point of the season. But if Michigan can replicate what the Fighting Illini did, this could be a high-scoring game. Right now, USC 68.5% chance to win. Michigan a 31.5% chance to win. Michigan's averaging 32.8 points per game, throwing for 200.6, running for 237.8, giving up 16.2 points per game. The Trojans 48.4 points per game, throwing for 338, running for 227, giving up 23 points a game. They have Mayava, almost 1,600 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, 1 pick. Jordan almost 600 yards on the ground. Lemon, Lane, one of the best wide receiver cores in the nation. This is one of those games here. USC is the Vegas favorite, 2.5-point favorite, but this is a very difficult game to call. I'm going to go with USC pulling off the win here versus the ranked team, getting themselves back in the top 25. They win it 33-27, but this is honestly a 50-50 game. Flip a coin. That's the outcome. And we made it to our final game, ESPN, 10:15 p.m. Two West Coast teams facing off. Number 21, Arizona State Sun Devils, 4-1, back in the top 25. You have Levitt playing really good football right now. He's basically the glue that holds this entire team together. They're on the road versus 4-1 Utah Utes. Kyle Whittingham, one of the longest tenured coaches in the country. He would love to win this game, get back in the top 25. Never underestimate Utah. And at Utah, very difficult place for the road team to play. The Utes, 69.6% chance to win. The Sun Devils, 30.4% chance. Utah, 5.5-point favorites, 49.5 over-under. Arizona State, 29.2 points a game, throwing for 207.8, running for 216.6. Very balanced offense, giving up 21.2 points a game. Levitt, 8 touchdowns, 3 picks, 1,100 yards passing. How about Brown coming in for Scadaboo? 506 yards rushing. Tyson, they didn't have this guy in the playoffs. Massive piece lost, but he has 500 yards receiving. On the other side, Utah, they actually have an offense for once because they don't have a quarterback who's hurt every 5 minutes. Devin Dampier, 1,100 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, 3 picks. He can also run it. They have Parker, Davis. They're averaging 39 points a game, throwing for 226.6, running for 242.6. Great offense, only giving up 14.6 points a game. Some people say they have a top 3 offensive line in the country. They can lean on that at home. That will give them time of possession second half. I think they hold on to this game. It's a close one. They win it 27-23. Guys, this is a quick rundown of our 7 games where there could be potential upset happening this week for Week 7 of the 2025 college football season. It was hard to pick 5, believe me. There is so many good matchups. There's ranked v. ranked matchups. There's ranked teams playing teams that are just outside of the top 25 that might be ranked once this week ends. Point is, after the last couple weeks, we know there's going to be upsets. The goal here, just trying to pinpoint where they might be. Thanks for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe. If you have any comments, drop them down below. Do you agree, disagree? What are your thoughts on these games? Who do you think is going to win these matchups? Which games do you think this weekend is there some upset alert potential? If you want to sign up for one of our member teams, make sure to check out that pinned comment down below. Click on that link. You can sign up there, and I would definitely appreciate it. Of course, as always, thank you for watching.